1 and project 2 only. But what about all these things? Have you created all this group in previously? No, no, no. I have not yet created all this group previously. I have not yet created all these groups previously. But how they come? Yes, simply I'll explain you, boss. So something called user add, something called MANOJ Manos 22. User add Manos 22. I am creating a user. I am creating a user. Press enter button. Okay. Afterwards, etc, sorry, etc group tail, TIL, tail -5. That's all. Just it can pick up 5 lines only. It will 5 lines. Tail -5 etc group. Press enter button. Oh, what is this, sir? Sir, we created only again 2 groups, but only okay. But what about Mono's group? Is this username or group name? Not understanding. But what is 1014? Is what is this user ID or group ID? Yes, it's understand step by step, no problem. But now tail etc tail 5 etc past WD. That's all. Past WD is a file which contains usernames. That's all. Press enter button. Okay, Manoj double two available. Manoj double two is a username. But this is X is pointing to password file, no problem. But 1012, what is this 1012? 1012 is a user ID. Okay, what is 1014? It is a group ID. Oh, group ID? Yes, yes. But we didn't specify any group ID, but how they come? Yes, simple. Very simple. I'll explain. No problem. So this is what complete user details pause. PassWD is a file which contains only user details. That's all. PassWD is a file which contains only user details only. That's all. PassWD file contains only user details, boss. That's all. Okay. Right. Okay, these are all 2 files. So first one is boss, first one is something called passwd, PASSWD, right? Second one is what? GROUP, group. These are all 2 files only. Passwd is a file, okay? File 2. Oh, right, right, right. Passwd is file and group is also a file. Right, excellent, sir. See, observe carefully. Observe carefully. Boss, 1 minute, boss. Yes. Okay, past ability group. So, observe, boss, carefully. So, I am trying to create a user called user add something called MANOJ, Manos double two. This is my username, Manos. So, press enter button. Just press enter button. That's all. As soon as you press enter button, boss, a user will get something called, okay, user will get something called first username, okay, and second user ID, okay, and third user folder, okay, and fourth a shell environment, that is bin bash, that is bash environment, Okay, number 5 is something called was number 5, number 5. Oh, number 5 is group name. That's all. Afterwards, group ID. That means what? By default, whenever we create any user, the user will get this kind of properties. So first property, username, user ID, and user folder and shell. That's all. All these things will be updated inside this file, boss. Okay, understood, sir. But group name and group ID will be updating inside this file, group file. So whenever we create any user, the user is also getting group name and group ID by default nature. That's all. This is what a group information. That's all. A group details for user. By default, this is what Linux is doing in the background story, not by you, not by you. So that things means what? Suppose something in a group file, we have an entry called something called Manoj double two entry is available. Manoj double two entry is available. But group ID is something called 1014 entry is available. Oh ho ho. But file in passability file, yes, boss. This is a passability file, group file. So inside a passability file, yes, username and user ID and something called user folder, something called a bash environment. Along with that, yes, in this file, we have a something called property group ID. Okay, group ID. Yes, same group ID also will be available in this past stability file. That's all. Same group ID. So whatever the group is having Manoj user, the group ID will be displayed only past stability file. But entire group details will be available inside a group file only. Group is a file which contains only group details. Now you understand very well. Okay, sir. Okay, no problem. Sir, inside a group file, we have an entry called Manos. Yes. This is what username or a group name? Yes, this is a group name. Simply, this is a group name. Inside a something called a group ID 1044. What is this, sir? This is a group ID. This is a group ID. That's all. So inside a group file, we have a group name and a group ID. That's all. Inside a past stability file, we have a username only. We consider as a username. That's all. This is what user ID. That's all. This is what user folder. This is what shell environment. This is what group ID. That's all. These are all the entries which are available for every user inside a past stability file. That's all. The group file is different. Past stability file is different. Same way, the Linux will be updating all these things inside a past stability file and a group file also. Sir, okay, no problem. But previously we created a something called project one group. What is